What's up, guys? Welcome back again to another episode of stock analysis in Bitcoin. What's happening? I like the market so far, unless we're starting to break below some certain pivot points, which are like we don't want to break below that last Friday. I don't want to see break below that yellow line. Put it this chart on the weekly. We're looking at the SPY. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I don't want to see break below this week, which is going to be like last week starting Monday, and you don't want to see a break below that. All the indexes are acting up. We have the Dow Jones actually pretty much leading the whole thing. We starting Dow Jones. You can see the Dow Jones is the only one actually that broke up actually this trend, that yellow line. And then if I take this out, it's starting to break. It did actually break and close above the 200 moving average, which is really good. That's it so far. I like it. We just don't want to see the market starting to roll back. As far as the follow through day, usually what happened is they did a statistic, and they found out that if within, like, as soon as you have a follow through day, which actually was this day, if you have any follow through, and if you have like within this 2 days or within like 4 days, if you have to start the market starting to roll over, it's not gonna work. That follow through rate is gonna fail. It's not gonna work. But we saw so far is the market actually followed it and then went all the way up. And you can see up here, you can see that we did it actually on a good volume. Well, some of the sectors, like some of the indexes, like the SMH, actually they were lagging. You can see we on a composite, we're still even below the 50. You know, we're barely there. The SPY is like on midway. It did actually break below, above the 50 moving average, but the Dow Jones, the QQQ, it's still the same thing. So we have the SMH lagging. That means like the whatever was SMH was outperforming during COVID time. Now it's like it's lagging. So we have the SPY, and then we have the Dow Jones. Those 30 stocks on the Dow Jones, those are the ones actually who are outperforming. As far as what did I did so far, I took some trades, AEHR. So I like the chart, I like the fundamentals. You can see it here. Usually what I look for this. I look for growth rate within the last 4 quarters, and this stock had 176%. All right, and then the change on the revenue on the last quarter was 89%. So those actually are really good numbers for me. So what happened is the stock broke out, and I went in with light position because my stop loss was actually, so if I do, let's say my stop loss was about the 21 moving average. So if I take it which is like pretty much this area, so if I go from here all the way to here, so that's about 21%. I don't want to, so my stop loss is going to be 21% of what I did, and then what I actually did told you guys to do before, I reduced my position. So I didn't go 100% on that position, but usually what I do, because since we had a gap here, usually stocks will retrace and then go back from there. That will be your entry point. But actually that sometimes stock will just run and won't give you that chance, and that's exactly what I decided to do. So I took a position right in here, and then I took profit all the way up here, and then so far it did bounce back over the 8 moving average and came right back up. So what I did to prove it to you guys, which I don't like bragging again, but again, just to prove it, just to tell you that I'm doing actually, you can see it right here, AEHR. So I had only 15 shares on it, so it was really light position. I don't want to dig in. I don't want to go all the way in. So I got in on the 19th right here. You can see it, and then you can see the price 1848 was what I got filled at, and then I got right in here. So I'm still holding some of the shares. I want to see, and I want to see how it is acting. What I don't want to see in AEHR, and that's actually what I want to bring to you guys. I want to tell you how I'm managing the trade. Got it in here, took profit, some of it around 21% area, came back, and I'm just watching it. I'm just watching it, emotion free. I took some profit. I'm just watching it. If it's starting to come back with the price, what I got it back, what I would actually initially purchase it, I'm gonna start to take some all the way off, especially when you have like a candle like that. You don't want to see the stock come back in. That's gonna be a weakness. Okay, so far it's still good. Took profit. Psychologically you're good because you took profit. You're not gonna worry about like if what if this is gonna happen, what's gonna happen. So I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so next stock, SNM. I purchased the stock right when it broke over here. So far I'm up like what, 7%? Yeah, 7-8%. That's still good. I'm watching the earnings, looking at this stock on the weekly. It's acting up really well, even though the fundamentals are not really that great. You can see in here on APS not that much, and you see the growth rate was only 4%. Usually I don't like these stocks, but the chart was really acting up, and it was good. So SNM. Another one was actually, I'm still holding ADM. This is a recent stock, and then the earnings are 124, and the earnings, the APS were okay with double digit. The leader is gonna be having triple digit numbers. Okay, this one had the 21% on the revenue and had about 23%. That's kind of average, and that's what you want to see. You want to look for stocks that have 25% and up on growth rate. I liked it, and I did tweet about it. I like the, you can see the volatility contracted in this, right? And you see the distance between here. So that means somebody picked it up and bought it back here. Institutions, they buy in it, they like it, and then if they like it, I do like it. And then we had a breakout right in here, and that's actually what I bought it. I'm still following it. I still have position on it, and the weekly, I like the volume on weekly down here. So it's acting up. I may take some profit over here. Usually that's what you want to do, and then see what you just react upon what the stock's gonna do. Okay, so that was ADM. Another one that I'm still having, JBL. I did tweeted about it. It was an inverse head and shoulder. You can see if I put it in a weekly. If I put this on weekly, you can see the left shoulder here, you can see the head here, and you can see the right shoulder here. And then we have a breakout. We have a little bit of slight of pickup on volume, and then I'm watching how it comes when it comes to about how much this is about like 8%. Yeah, if it whatever it is, I'm gonna take some profit in the strength, and then leave some of it for the rest. And earnings, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's at the end of this year. That's ASLE. So I think that's about it. That's what I have. Let's see what else I have. Yeah, I have to do DGII. I'm not trying to brag about anything, but I'm just showing you what I did and how am I managing the trade, because that's the most important thing. You get into the trade when it just break out. That's a very important thing. That's really a good thing. But how to manage it, I did discuss in one of my videos. If you have any selling rules, I didn't get into that stock right in there. But when I was watching it, so I like to do this on my GC2000, comparing both stock. You can see the SPY on the top up here. You can see the stock DGI down here. When this stock actually was taking a hit, when the SPY was taking a hit, this was actually just going sideways. You can see down here, you can see the SPY on the top. Let me move this a little bit higher. You can see it better. So up there, you can see the SPY is taking a hit, and this thing was just going sideways. And it's going sideways here. It had a breakout when we had that semi rally. This one went up too, and then it went sideways. You can see on the top how the SPY was taking a hit, but this one was going up and was acting really well. And then going back to that chart, it had a breakout here. You could have got in here, and then it could have fell on you, but you always want to watch it, keep it on your watch list. And then right when I saw it holding up here in these 2 days in here, and I saw it right in this day, that's the day when I got in, and I like the volume so far. Earnings are not bad, 20%, and in the last quarter they had almost 31%. That's not so bad. That's another stock that I'm still holding. Another one, IMXI. Earnings are coming up soon. Put in the chart on weekly so I can see it better. You have a move up here, and then you have consolidation right on this, right in here. You can see it, consolidation, and then we had a breakout, and then the stock pulled back to the area of resistance, prior resistance, and then you could have actually got in right in here, right a break of this the high of that candle. So putting this back on the daily. So when I saw it here, I started taking action right on this day. I was a little bit late by 1 day, so I took it. I got in right on what was that? It's about 24, something like that. And then you can see the stock is acting up so far so nicely, going up on a high volume up here, and then just going sideways. I didn't take profit yet because I'm still like only 6%. Usually, like I said before, my selling rules video, I like to take profit when it hits between 10 and 20%. But again, it's not the stock is not going to give you 10-20% all the time. So you want to act upon what the stock is gonna do. So that's why I have the short moving average, the 8 moving average exponential. If I see a close below it on 2 days like that, I'm gonna take some profit. Or I can put a take profit stop loss right below it, okay? Because I want to protect myself. You don't want to have a winning trade going back to a losing trade. So far it's acting up so far, and it's holding, going down on light volume, and that's it. That's about it. Last stock that I want to talk to you about is ASLE. This one actually had really good earnings. Look at those triple digit. We had 99% on fourth quarter, and we have actually 51% last quarter revenue, and then we have 25 to 26%. This is ASLE. I don't even know what the company are. I don't even know what they do. I just look at the chart, and then I analyze it, and I go from there. Put in the chart on weekly. That's the first thing I always do. Put the chart on weekly. Look how the stock pulled back here, came back to that old resistance, and then going from here, rally all the way back up here, try to challenge the high of this candle, but couldn't. Pull back just a little bit. Now we are working. This is a long base. You can see it coming from here and working on the right side, and working on a handle right now. That's a good indication right here. We're starting to break. Now if you build some consolidation, and then by the time we had earnings, and if they delivered any good earnings, you might see a breakout. Usually I don't hold it through earnings, only if I do have a cushion in. If I have a profit around like 15% or so, that's when I hold through earnings. Otherwise I won't hold it. What I will take half of it, and then I'll hold the rest of it. So far it's acting well, and it's just going sideways, and I got in actually on this day when I see a break above the high of that candle. Okay, so those are my trades. If you have any questions, you'll let me know in a comment, and I'll discuss some of the stocks if you want me to. What I try not to give you only what I'm watching. I would like to tell you guys how am I managing the trade, and which is basically that's how I discuss it. One of my videos, just putting those simple moving average. There are exceptions to the rules. Sometimes when you have stock just move up, sometimes you will have a break, and then it won't give you a chance. It will, if stocks sometimes they're good, like it's happening here, like it will go, and then it won't even violate that 8 moving average. And if you get like 30%, you just take as much as you can, and then don't even look back. If you want to hold the stock, you can hold it, but most of the time you want to watch that 21 moving average. If the stock is still not violating that 21 moving average, it will still be good. And I do have sometimes exception to the rule. Will sometimes like the stock, if I really like the stock and it's giving money, I don't want to get out of it, because sometimes it will fake you out, just like what happened here. Sometimes what I would do, I will just put, let's say the stock, let's say I got in here, right, and then stock moved into my favor. That's about like a move like what, 80%, like I said, between 10 and 20, and I'll take some profit. And if it comes back here, and that's exactly why I take profit, because look at, nobody would anticipate this down movement right in here. So what I would do, I would take profit along the way up here, and then if I'm still holding, it depends on you. Like if you like to divide your positions in 2 or 3/3, I will do. So what I would do, for example, if I have 3/3, I will take the first third up here on this move, and I'll do, if it comes down here, usually I look at the stock would at the end of the day when the market closed, I will take another. I will put a stop loss profit taking loss, second third of my position, like right below here, because sometimes I've seen that so many times it happens. Like they will fake everybody out, shake everybody out, and then jump right back up. And then if I don't get taken out, I'll just watch it. And then if I see any, it depends. Like you have to analyze the chart. You have to see what's happening here. Like here, like we have, you have a gap, and you can see it right in here. The stock came in right in this area, starting to fill the gap. So you're gonna anticipate stuff like that. Then that comes with experience. It comes in, try to fill the gap. So you want to take some profit. You don't want to wait for it. Okay, you don't want for it to come all the way down, starting to break and violating and closing below that 21 moving average. So anticipate, see what's happening, especially when we have supply and demand area. You want to take some profit on those area, and then the stock eventually pulled back, but it's still holding so far. So at this moment, in case you may want to be adding here or just holding the last 30. So it's up to you, or you want to wait for it. You can add a little bit in here, and then as soon as it started to break out and taking out this resistance in here. So let's say you've been left with, so you took the first 1/3 and then you took the second third, maybe let's say here on this area, because like we said before, it was starting to fill the gap, so you have only 1/3 left. You can be adding the second third back here, and as soon as it started to break and close above the high, you can add that last third. Now you have back to the full position. So that's what I would do in that situation. So again, I hope you find some value in this video. As far as Ethereum and Bitcoin, I like the way Ethereum is acting. And one thing I want to tell you, because the stock market is acting up so well and then it's still holding those prices, I took a small position on Ethereum. And I said it before here on my Twitter account. I said be careful, even though, like, and I've been mentioned this before, I said even though the sellers were taking in control all this area, and you can see the price here, all this days the stocks been getting, I mean Ethereum start getting, the price action will start getting compressed and compressed. As soon as the market had relief and we had those news that the Fed's going to be taking it easy on those interest rates, we can see volume popping up over here, like right in here, and then you can see we starting to take off to the other direction. That's why I always tell you guys, like, it's not about the pattern. The pattern will help you, but it doesn't predict the future. So what happened, we rolled way up instead of going down, and then we're starting to break on volume up here on that 50 moving average. Now I took a small position, and so what I'm watching right now is that 200 moving average line. If we started taking out that 200 moving average, and we're starting to go up and came back, and or probably hold it, let's say we're starting to go up here. So there's so many multiple scenarios that could happen. We could just break above the 200 moving average, so the moving average could be coming down this way, and then we might use that 200 as a support. I'm just giving you like scenarios, and then go up and challenge. And this is what I want to see actually, because the blue line, that's actually what I'm watching, because we had that line acting up as a resistance and a support so many times. You can see it here, and then here. So what I want to see, I want to see consolidation. I want to see consolidation back right below that blue line, and then that would be a really nice comeback here, and then breakout. If that breakout, I might add some more to my position. But so far so good. So those are my 2 cents on cryptos and Ethereum, actually, because Bitcoin, it's doing the same thing, but it just like, it's a little bit laggish. Okay, it's still like acting up. We have like a tiny bit of volume, a little bit, and then we have like a, so far you can see it, we have a flag. You can see it up here. Yeah, but so far so good. But it's still, I like Ethereum because it's acting way better. I hope you like it. I hope you find some value. Like and subscribe, and if you want me to discuss anything, write it down in the comment, and then I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.